He's I've played him a couple times. I did one. I think it was one of those weekend battles in the deserted city where it just becomes a full-out brawl right in the middle of the courtyard, like the big opening in the middle. It's just like a brawl of everybody like spawning in and staggering and meleeing, trying to counter everybody. It's nuts. And he was pretty effective in that situation because people were trying to outrange me, but the fight was right there on top of them, so I was able to take advantage of it. This is probably the best map to use in that, I would imagine. There's not a whole lot of space to run.
I wish I had the Night Seeker, because you know how the Night Seeker works, right?
He has like some kind of glide ability or something, right? So I've read it, but I don't know.
The Night Seeker also has the ability to shoot. Some units have the ability to like shoot and stuff while in flight, but the Night Seeker also has the functionality if when your allies request airstrike, you can select the Night Seeker. So say if I'm fighting and I'm like, yo, request it, I'll go in there and fight him. You can target me and it'll come down where I'm at.
Oh, wow, cool. Man, that's like really tactically sound. So you can like run them down. You could just run right into the middle of them and try and stay alive. And they're going to stick there fighting with you for a bit. And you can try and nope out in the last couple seconds. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, he's pretty pricey on the TP store, but I was really interested in him. I think you have to get Sergeant to unlock him, I think, right?
I pulled him from my other account.
Oh, nice, okay. Yeah, I think that last match I was the only one using the support. But it's a nice, tight, kind of busy map, so I think a lot of people are kind of like, no, I just want to get back in the fight. Whereas other maps, it's like, okay, it's going to take me a bit to get there. I'm going to do the support fire real fast, and then I'll get into the fight. So, but sometimes there's always somebody like right on top of it using it, and getting out of their suit to use it and stuff. But other times, they just completely ignore it. You see my message?
Hang on, check in a second.
No, you're good.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's all good.
Cool. Right.
They just like to hear us speak.
Oh. Hot Gundam action. Yeah. I was thinking of Chris Tucker from Fifth Element. I've seen the GIF of it, and I was like, oh man, I forgot how good that was. He's like, hot, hot, hot. He's like yelling it into the. He's doing that like video for the. He's like some kind of like TV personality in that movie.
I love Ruby. What is Ruby Rod? I think.
That's right. I couldn't even remember the name. He's like, hot, hot, hot. It's one of the best gifts. I use that thing as often as possible. Yeah, I think I brought this up before. One of the Discords was talking about space a little bit, and I wondered. Apparently, it was at launch. I mean, I know you played the first game. Mm-hmm. I guess that was like the big new feature they added to the second game, right? I guess it happened at the very beginning. So I kind of wondered if they added it at some point. But yeah, that just makes it way more like the whole Monster to Try situation. So it's kind of like, here's this new thing. And everybody's like, eh.
So when this game came out, space was in here, but why is it taking us so long for it to find a freaking match?
Yeah, this is weird. Yeah, it seems like we're hung up or something.
I'm gonna leave the room and we'll redo it. All right.
Okay.
But originally you didn't failed matchmaking. Yeah, go figure.
Right when you do it. Yeah.
You didn't have the option to select like first off, your ground and space was one rank. Like that rating was one rating altogether.
I did see the heads up on that.
And then there was only 3 matches at a time, and like sometimes it'd be like 2 space on one ground and stuff like that. And everyone wasn't feeling it. In space
kind of being forced into it.
Yeah. And then like the controls for space, I won't say they were janky, but they were not as smooth as what they are now. So they did a really good job fixing that up.
Huh. Yeah, as I say, the main thing space makes me want to buy one of those scuff controllers. Not that I have money for something like that, but having one of those scuff controllers, which I know is like super valuable in like any competitive game, would be great. Because I switched my boost to L1, so I swapped X and L1, so that way I can boost and aim, and that helps a lot. I think especially with like melee positioning while you're in tight, you can boost around somebody and try and get the angle while aiming and stuff. But it's just really good in general, especially if you're boosting with your Vulcans. So somebody's basically dead and they're trying to run away. You can boost and Vulcan, and you can actually aim at the same time. So I got myself fully accustomed to that, and luckily I found out about it pretty early. But the problem is when you go to space, then it's like not optimal anymore, because I still want to be able to boost and aim, but then I have to use X to either ascend or descend. So then it's kind of like a positive and a negative, because I can boost and aim, but then I can't ascend and descend while I do anything else. So it's kind of a real issue, I think. The game really needs one more button to be able to do that properly. So, but I have to say, putting boost on L1, I think was a pretty solid game changer.
I'm actually still using the default stuff. Alright, I'm gonna make it something. I was reading something. So what I'm gonna do is I still haven't uploaded the video with the Discord tips I got from you guys, but I'll be doing that soon.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty wordy, so when you give me the opportunity, I'm like blah 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 blah.
Also,
put a wall in Discord.
The ASL thing, I have to find it again. Unless you send some, I can explain that as well, because that's something people don't realize either.
I'll get you a link for it. Send it to you. Yeah, it was something really I did like out of kind of like my own necessity, curiosity, because I couldn't find any real solid answers on Discord or Reddit. Nobody was like very clear cut. I think because the only way to do it is just to put the effort in and just make a visual representation for it. So once I was done with it, I was like, all right, I'm never ever using ASL ever. I mean, maybe there's some suits that really benefit from it, but man, from the ones I looked at, I was like, nope.com. I'm glad I've never, because I was trying to consider it over like range damage and that stuff. I was like, well, I'm not a great shot, maybe I should use it. I think for the longest time, I didn't even realize that it only applied to certain weapons, you know. And I was like, oh, maybe it doesn't work only when you're scoped. So there's a lot of stuff that's like not clear at all. Just how ASL actually works and what weapons it applies to and how much it actually helps, because I mean, and from what I've tested, it adds pixels of that sphere. It gets like pixels bigger, and it takes an absurd amount of your long range slots, especially when you stack them up. You got 1 and 2 together. Like there's on the GM Cannon 2, it takes like all of its long range slots, and man, it does basically nothing because it only affects his little machine gun, like his cannons or anything.
定しました。最終準備を行ってください。
Let's do this. Let's see if people walk in, do the thing. We got 222. I'm all about it, you know what I'm saying? All about 222.
Yeah. The only problem is I'm using like no.
Gosh, someone's like, nope.
Dirty. Got a third raid. Yeah, using the Skog is going to be probably not a great result. Gotta give it a try. Just gotta give it a try.
Happy accidents.
Yeah, you never know. Bob Ross taught us something that applies to giant robot fighting. It's
you know what? I'm going to actually keep the sniper person. Part of me
Did you feel?
If I had the 2 weapon combo, I would totally do something, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, did you feel pretty good about that last match?
Yeah, it was alright. I definitely think I could have even done more, but that
definitely created that what it means for me.
Zagog was whatever. He was actually really good.
Yeah, I've got the standard Zagok 300 level 1, I think, and I like him a lot. But the Skog kind of totally stepped on his territory. I think he's got two different staggers, the beam and the rockets. The Gog has like some long range shot, and then I think 1 stagger. He has missiles. That's right, he has missiles of some sort. He was really fun to use, but man, I mean, he's going to be faster than the Gog, but I feel like the Gog is almost kind of an override power creep.
Mm-hmm.
Say his name right up.
Oh, back at it again, my friend.
Yep. I'm sporting some pretty mean battle colors. God, will give us an edge.
No, when you say that, I'm just curious. Like bright pink.
You're close. Hopefully we spawned on the same side. Oh, we didn't. Dang. We'll have to see it on the battlefield, I suppose. Looks like we're taking.
So, am I number 1 on your list?
Your
list or whatever?
Yes. You always pop up as 1. Some pretty bad latency. I just meleeed that. I've meleeed these guys like 3 times, and it's not staggering him or anything. What the hell? Yeah, it was a goof initially. I must have some kind of desync or something. Huh. I had that happen one time before. I posted it. Yeah, I killed that guy. I think somebody else. I can't. I'm gonna try and spawn with you guys this time. So.
I'll hit somebody.
See if I can bait him over here for you. There's a lot of fighting at the end of the highway up here. Gundam. Save.
Sounds like some people are getting good old-fashioned.
Duking it out. Fisticuffs. I feel like if I could hear it on my radio, I'd be screaming, it's a Gundam. I spawned this secret. Somebody hanging back at 2 sniping. The back.
The downside of me doing the sniper is I don't know this map, so I'm running into the wall.
Oh yeah, good point. Just polished off what was left here. So I use my guard custom feature. Response time is pretty slow. Tripped. Hot gawk on gawk action counter. I forget that the particle beam is a double shot to stagger. Just a single shot. Torpedo's a stagger. Oh man, I went with a single melee because I thought he died. But just took out a shield.
Giving you secret.
RedWolfVion, bastard.
Pull back a little bit.
Yeah, I'm toast already. I just wanted to buy you some time. At least I staggered the goof I was trying to get. I didn't get my down swing on. Yeah, trying to make myself useful in this big lumber. Damn, they cornered you in. We got half of our team that's respawning. Somebody way down.
So if you guys realize, I stole someone's goof and I got out like in 10 seconds. I'm like, oh, he's not gonna get it. And of course, the one guy who was waiting was that one guy who got his suit back.
The tide of the battle, it's so crazy.
All right,
Wow, we evened it up. We're barely winning, so.
Dropping in.
A? Yeah, somebody else dropped an A, so let's just join them. We'll front line. Everybody else waited to spawn in. That's pretty impressive. I've never seen that. We're matching up points, so it's pretty great. I'm gonna try and get up there since I got the big machine. Do we survive it out at the end?
I think we did.
No!
He died.
I saw him. Yeah, I saw the sniper. It was the sniper that Udesi that was right next to me, I think. Maybe it was a command. Damn. Oh, it was so close.
Oh, I just
今回の
died.
戦闘報酬です
Oh, I just died that match.
Did you?
Yep.
They were pretty